How CoryxKenshin went from 0 to a millionaire. Let's get into it. G's love y'all, boys and girls.
Would you guys believe me if I told you CoryxKenshin was completely broke and he grew up struggling in a poor household?
My family was really going through hard times. I'm sorry, parents. I have to talk about this. We were poor.
His early life was so difficult, he even got bullied for what he looked like.
I have a genetic disorder. It's called ectodermal dysplasia. Long story short, this is not even real. Growing up, I got teased about it a lot. In the 6th grade, that was the hardest year of my life. I came home crying to my mom one day because it just got so bad. People talking about me. I just felt defenseless.
When most people see
Chat, like, for real, like, don't be no bully, bro. Just stay in your own lane, be yourself, and love God creation.
CoryxKenshin, they think of a kind, generous, funny, and religious YouTuber.
Oh, I get too angry, huh? Looks like you may need some crust for them yellow teeth. Why your head look like a white jelly bean? Comes to my attention that a couple of y'all didn't like the thumbnail to my last video. 40,000 comments, huh? What's wrong with this? What? You never seen a black man in a Spider-Man costume? I thank God for my life, for my family, for you guys. I want you guys to know I wouldn't be making YouTube videos if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for the way He's blessed me.
But little do y'all know, CoryxKenshin wasn't always like this. He was struggling, and life wasn't so easy for him. With the background he came from, statistically, he wasn't even supposed to make it. But even when life had him down, he kept on pushing. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how CoryxKenshin went from broke to rich. Now let's go way back to the beginning. Remember when I was saying the chance of CoryxKenshin becoming rich and famous was super low? Yeah, it was difficult. CoryxKenshin, also known as Corey Devontae Williams, was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan on November 9th, 1992. He was raised in a traditional two-parent household to Anthony K. Williams Jr., which is his father, and Stephanie Williams, which is his mother. Both parents having a total of 4 children, with Corey being one of them. He has a brother named Anthony and a sister named Alea. He also has a second sister named...
Nah, this is crazy, because how did he know this? Like, how did he know all this information? I know it's from Google.
Antonia. Funny enough, I tried reaching out to Corey and his family for a perspective, but I didn't hear back. And honestly, I respect that. Corey's always valued privacy and kept his circle tight. Maybe that's part of what's helped him stay grounded throughout all of his fame, especially in a world that's constantly trying to pull people off balance. Although his family was huge, Corey grew up in a lower middle class household. His father worked hard to move his family into the lower middle class after starting from poverty. If you're familiar with living in a big family and poor household, y'all know that things get messy. In his early childhood and teenage years, he grew up mostly in Detroit, Michigan, to a very religious Christian family. When Corey was young, he always loved playing video games, primarily the Super Nintendo when he was a child. And I guess he picked up that hobby from his dad because his dad loved playing games as well. As you can see on his dad's old Facebook profile in 2010, he was playing Farmville. But it might not have been the best habit at that time because Corey was addicted to video games. It got so bad that Corey would hide his Game Boy Advance from his dad when he would go to bed at night.
I used to take my Game Boy SP and play my Metroid Fusion under the blanket. My dumb dad.
Corey, what you doing today? The addiction continued as he got older, on and off gaming and even playing with his dad's Xbox, which introduced him to a game he loved so dearly, Halo. Halo 2 to be specific. And funny enough, Master Chief, which is one of the main protagonists of Halo, is his favorite gaming character. Another game he fell in love with was Resident Evil on the PlayStation. Corey said he would play that game all the time.
Resident Evil. Oh my gosh. I've played through all of the Resident Evils except for 3, and I've gotten halfway through this one.
Aside from gaming, Corey grew up with other hobbies and interests, such as dancing, the drums, and anime and manga. Younger years just cause what he looked like. Unfortunately, he was suffering from a condition called ectodermal dysplasia. It's a rare genetic disorder that he inherited from his father, where he only has 24 teeth instead of 32, and he barely has any hair on his body.
I have a genetic disorder. It's called ectodermal dysplasia. Long story short, this is not even real. Growing up, I got teased about it a lot. In the 6th grade, that was the hardest year of my life. I came home.
Yeah, like, sometimes we gotta go through hard things to get through the good and big things, chat. You gotta go through the bad things to help build your new character type stuff.
crying to my mom one day because it just got so bad. People talking about me. I just felt defenseless.
This medical condition made Cory super insecure. It got so bad to the point that when he would talk to people, he would try to hide his teeth. I genuinely feel bad for Cory because that was completely out of his control. It's not like he asked for this to happen to him or to be born with it. Because money was tight within his family, he couldn't afford to get the proper treatment for the condition. So Cory was just stuck wearing braces that didn't even fix the issue.
Unfortunately, my family was going through financial problems and I was unable to continue my treatment and go into my orthodontist appointment. So I just had these braces in my mouth that weren't doing anything for years.
I don't want to get too far into the future, but as you guys can tell now, Cory is doing much better for himself.
Obviously, making YouTube money now. I've been finally able to tackle this lifelong disorder and actually fix this. But hey, I got teeth right here though.
And I'm sure Cory is super grateful for his fans 1,000 times over for helping make this happen. As time went on, it was now the year 2009. CoryxKenshin was 16 years old at this time and going through the motions of life. Keep in mind, he didn't get his teeth fixed until his mid-20s, so he was still insecure of himself. But with sheer willpower, Cory decided to step out of his shell. He got inspired to start making YouTube videos by a YouTuber named ND Titan Lady, who was a huge YouTuber at the time in 2009. Her videos were about funny stories and experiences that people could relate to.
She was the funniest YouTuber, most coolest girl like I've ever watched on YouTube. Watching her talk about stuff on YouTube, and you know, I had a couple of funny things that happened to me in high school and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, I could make a YouTube video too, and that's pretty much how it happened.
It seems like Cory took a real liking to her because he even thought she was attractive. Anyways, that's besides the point. Her impact led Cory to create his first YouTube channel on April 26, 2009. That's actually funny because 2009 was the year I created my first YouTube channel too. But I was like 9 years old, so the concept of being a YouTuber and getting paid for it was still fairly new. People just made videos for fun, and if you didn't make videos, you just went there to watch dumb and funny content. Nowadays, everybody wants to be a YouTuber and get paid for doing what they love. It's crazy.
Hey, chat. I'm doing it with a passion, chat. I'm doing it with a passion, bro. Y'all see, look. Y'all see that my videos are not popping how they used to, like. But I'm gonna trust in God's plan, chat. I'm gonna just trust in God's plan, because God's plan is better than mine, chat. Better than yours, better than mine. Type stuff, chat.
How times have changed. Cory would name his YouTube channel CoryxKenshin based off the popular manga and anime series called Rurouni Kenshin, also known as Samurai X. He really liked the main character, whose name was Kenshin Himura, so he took the name Cory, added an X, and then put Kenshin, and it was history from there.
My YouTube name is CoryxKenshin. Kenshin is a samurai based from an anime called Rurouni Kenshin. He is a samurai. He is top shelf, alright? This dude is unbeatable. I loved him so much, and that's why I named my YouTube CoryxKenshin, because I wanted to be like him.
After locking in his name, Cory uploaded his first YouTube video called Girls in Particular on May 25th, 2009, 1 month after he started his channel. In this video, Cory would talk about his experience with girls after getting rejected by one.
Yeah, I'm aware that I don't look like Will Smith, but guess what? You are pretty. Hello?
From there, Cory just started posting randomly, and it was mostly skits and vlogs, with the topics mostly being about his school life or relatable moments.
I saw you talking to that Ninky girl on Facebook.
Well, yeah, she is my...
Nah! Chat, who remember this, bro? Who remember this, chat? Because I wasn't even alive yet, dog. But this is crazy, bro. I remember seeing clips of this, bro. Crazy, bro.
Friend. He would make these skits alone or sometimes with his close friends, Terrence, which is one of his best friends, and his other best friend, Brandon, who streams on Twitch now. Most of his videos didn't really perform well, but at least Cory was enjoying it. He had some hits here and there, but nothing too significant. And it was mostly because Cory didn't really have a clear direction for the channel. He was just having fun with what made him happy. It was now the summer of 2010, and young CoryxKenshin finally graduated Southfield High School, and he later graduated from the International International Academy of Macomb with an international baccalaureate diploma. That just goes to show you that Cory was a disciplined and smart guy from the beginning. An IB diploma is no joke. It's basically college prep on steroids. You get to earn college credit in high school and skip introductory courses in college. Cory got accepted into Michigan State University in 2010 studying media arts. On his free time, he would still make YouTube videos with the same format.
One thing that I liked about myself though is I was really fearless. Like when it came to like holding the camera out and talking to yourself in public, it's not that easy to do like when you're first like getting used to doing it.
By the way, he would then disappear randomly for 8 months. On December 26, 2010, he then came back on August 7th, 2011, uploaded 2 videos, and then on September 30th, 2011, Cory just randomly disappeared. He stopped uploading and went on a 2-year hiatus. This was the first time Cory ever disappeared from the internet like that, with no trace, no message, no nothing, because he clearly had a decent upload schedule. Not much is really known about this time period, besides the fact that Cory thought a lot about what his life would have been like if he was accepted to the University of Michigan. Even though he had really good grades and a solid group of friends, Cory still felt like something was missing. He really wanted to go to the University of Michigan because that was his first choice, but he got rejected by that school when he first applied in 2010. Cory was eventually convinced by his dad to apply to transfer to University of Michigan. Cory had a lot of doubts and he thought that he wasn't going to get accepted, but after months of patiently waiting, he was accepted to his dream school in 2012, and he came into this university being a computer science major. But because his major was so different from his other university, because he switched from media arts to computer science, Cory was technically a freshman and he had to start back from zero. So he still had 4 more years of school left instead of 2. His predicted graduation year was supposed to be 2014, but now it was pushed up to 2016. It was a bittersweet moment for Cory. On one end, he's finally in his dream university, but with the downside of having to stay in school for 2 years longer. This whole situation could have been one of the reasons why Cory took his first break from YouTube. He probably had to lock in for school and didn't want any distractions, especially with a mentally intensive major like computer science. Needless to say, there were many more hiatuses coming. On July 4th, 2013, CoryxKenshin randomly returned to YouTube and uploaded a funny skit about getting his butt whooped as a kid. He had some other videos in this time period too, but most of them are unavailable, private, or deleted. After a 2-year-long break, you change a lot as a person. While Cory was doing his computer science degree, he found other types of content much more interesting, and in particular, gaming content. So CoryxKenshin wanted to reinvent himself. And just like Cory was inspired by Natalie Duran, aka ND Titan Lady, Markiplier and Yami Mash inspired Cory to make gaming content, as they were one of the early pioneers of comedic gaming walkthroughs on YouTube. And Cory loved watching their videos, so he got his super cheap laptop that he probably used for school and started filming him playing low-budget horror games. It wouldn't be until October 24th, 2013 would mark the day Cory posted his first gaming video of a game called Whitefinger.
Okay, that's enough for today. I can't play scary games for too long.
Little did Cory know, playing scary games for a long time would be the backbone of his career. This era served as the blueprint of the...
It's like when I play scary games, bro. It's just like the jump scares, bro. Bro, them jump scares be having me screaming like I'm a cat or something, chat. Like I'm a cat in a hat with the rats with the... Okay, I get it if you would've just skipped past and stuff. I get that, cause like I just start rapping out of nowhere, bro. My bad, chat.
Eventual evolution of the Cory we know today. Shortly after Cory's first horror gameplay, he uploaded a Happy Wheels video, which would be a frequent series that would return on his channel multiple times. He'd also record his first playthrough of a game called Super Punch-Out on the SNES. Cory would play a lot of games, but they'd mostly be RPG horror games and some other stuff he could run on his cheap laptop, and also Battlefield 4 on his PS4. Cory would upload once or twice a day during this time period, and he would take some breaks from time to time, but it wasn't significant enough for people to care or say anything about it. To Cory's surprise, the mixture of his consistency and these gameplays, coupled with his crazy reactions and comedic personality, helped Cory's channel grow a lot. We also can't forget about the first mover advantage that Cory had, which basically means the benefit a company or person gains by being the first to a market of a new product, service, or idea. And in this case, Cory was one of the first people to record actual entertaining commentary gameplays and horror gameplays. Not a lot of people were doing this because it was the year 2013. YouTube was still fairly new. It had only been out for 8 years at this point. All of this combined helped Cory reach his first 1,000 subscribers on February 24th, 2014. Shortly after, Cory had a goal to hit 10,000 subscribers.
I want to eventually, and I know it's probably going to take a long time, reach 10,000 subscribers.
And honestly, the rest was just history from here. Cory uploaded twice a day, took feedback from his audience, which gave him a loyal community early on. Then he started growing out of control from 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, eventually hitting 10,000 subscribers on August 18th, 2014.
Here we are, guys, at 10,000 subscribers. I want to thank God, my Father, for giving me the opportunity to even do this, to even meet so many wonderful people like yourselves, to even do something like play video games and it bring happiness to so many people. You guys are a blessing to me.
A blessing indeed, because Cory's fans were pretty much like family to him. So much so that on July 31st, 2014, 1 month before hitting his 10,000 subscriber goal, he would say a phrase that he would say in every single one of his videos in the future.
Why don't you go ahead and samurai slice that like button?
On top of that, Cory gave his audience a name too.
How about the samurai?
Cory had an established name and relationship with his audience, which built their bond further. Keep in mind, it was still the year 2014. This was the timeline Cory started growing as an actual creator and making a name for himself. And that was the same year a legendary game came out called Five Nights at Freddy's. August 8th, 2014 was the day it dropped. And huge YouTubers at the time like Markiplier.
Nah, chat, I remember like when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, bro. Like I remember kids playing it like in 2016, 2017, bro. I was still legit, but like it was still like I didn't see it as a scary game. Like I just saw it as a regular game, just like how Fortnite is and stuff. So yeah.
And Jacksepticeye were recording it. CoryxKenshin noticed this, and he thought, I can do this, but better. Well, maybe not better, but maybe he just wanted to put his own spin on it. So on August 12th, 2014, CoryxKenshin dropped his first Five Nights at Freddy's video.
What's up, YouTube? What's going on? CoryxKenshin here, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy. No, this isn't gonna be a good time. This is not. Look at that bear, though. Look at that!
Cory would then upload 7 videos on this series, each of them exploring the nights that you have to survive at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Although Cory was having fun making these videos, there was a science to it. Cory was already known as a horror gameplay YouTuber. Also, Five Nights at Freddy's was already growing in popularity in that same niche that Cory dominated on. So this allowed Cory's videos to go viral, with each of them getting millions of views and subscribers. And that's just a surface level of everything. It gets even deeper. CoryxKenshin maintained an entertaining persona throughout this whole series, and he uploaded daily. There's this thing on YouTube called average view duration and watch time. Average view duration measures the percentage of how many people watched your video throughout, and watch time is the number of hours people spent on your video. So the higher your view duration, the higher your watch time. YouTube wants people to stay on their platform and watch more videos, so your video has to be entertaining to get that high viewer duration and watch time. Have you guys ever watched a streamer or YouTuber and thought, why do people watch this guy? He's so boring. Oh no. Cory's reactions made the game feel less scary and more funny, honestly. Because of how viral Cory's Five Nights at Freddy's series was, as well as his awesome personality, it got the attention of the creator of the game, Scott Cawthon. He would make comments on Cory's videos encouraging him to keep going with the series and make more videos. And when Cory finished the 6th night of Five Nights at Freddy's, Scott congratulated Cory. This helped start a friendly relationship between Cory and Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. The Five Nights at Freddy's series wasn't just a couple viral videos that made Cory's career. It was now the connection between the future of what Cory would be and the general YouTube audience that wanted to see Cory succeed and be a supporter of him. From that point on, Cory locked in and remained consistent. He would upload every single day. And this wasn't just in vain, because he was blowing past milestones from 20K, 30K, and even 40K. Cory's hard work was paying off because he finally hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2014. Funny enough, Cory hit 50,000 on January 1st, 2015, just in time.
That's only 1 year from hitting 1K, bro. That's a W, bro. But thank y'all so much for watching, bro. Hey, before y'all click off, let me tell y'all something real quick. Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Man, Jesus loves y'all boys and girls, man. 3X Nation for life, man. Hey, hit that like button if y'all like the content. Hey, peace.